Welcome back, guys. This is Phil 2 Real here with the Sonic Mania playthrough. We're watching part 6 with me, or I guess playing along with me if you're doing that too. But yeah, Reef Zone. This is my second favorite act from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Really great, really great stuff. But this right here is a new gimmick in the Sonic Mania version of this level. So those little feet, you can break spikes, you can break the little Loch Ness Monster bots that appear in this level. You got the centipede bots there, you just want to hit in the head, you don't want to hit the tail because of course I'll take damage. These rock bots right here, can't destroy them, but you need to avoid them because they will explode. Because they will explode, right? So some hazards you have here. Oh, and the pipe bot right here, you just got hit in the eye. If you get caught in the smoke, it will envelop you and you'll lose rings and then potentially die if you let the smoke take all your rings. But yeah, to get out of smoke, you just down spin dash and then you'll get out of the smoke. But of course, the most prevalent danger in this level is going to be lava, hence the name, Lava Reef Zone. Go figure, right? And the fire shield is going to be your best bet to get through this level without getting hit. Of course, you got other hazards like the flailing spike balls here, the giant spike balls. Getting this invincibility here is really nice because if you didn't have it and you're just running through the level with the fire shield, you could still hit these, get hit by those spikes. Of course, you got fireballs coming out through the walls, but the fire shield will prevent you from taking damage. But of course, if you have invincibility like I do, you'll be in good shape. But yeah, and then to navigate those elevators, of course you got spin dash. You spin dash to the right, you'll go up. Spin dash to the left, you'll go down. And of course, another hazard right here is the, I don't know what I would call that, spike platform. But yeah, ever since I was a little kid, when I heard that down on that lift, I always thought it was a rhino. I don't know why, but I always thought it was a rhino. But fun fact, I guess 9-year-old Phil always thought that was a rhino. So you hit the little switch here, you open the gate. If you see gates like that, then you need to be on the lookout for a little yellow switch on the walls or ceiling, and they will open those. Some here I should not have done. I shouldn't have gotten that electric shield. It is my favorite shield. It always will be, but the Lava Reef Zone, it's not a safe bet because the fire does not get negated with electricity. So luckily, I think this level I don't get hit as far as losing my rings, but yeah. Another thing I really like about this level is the aesthetics in the background. When we were up top, you see the volcanoes and the rivers of lava, and it was really pretty for me. And then of course, as you get lower, you get into the actual caverns of Lava Reef Zone. It makes me think. Honestly, it makes me think about Super Metroid. It makes me think about Norfair and Ridley. That's what it would look like, in my opinion. But you know, Super Metroid has its own look and feel to it, and you know that's great too. One of my favorite games. Maybe one of these days I'll let's play that. It's one of my favorite games to speedrun, but I know I'm a novice compared to most people. But I digress. So here's the fire shield again, and I'm going to feel very safe in this thing. Listen to the boss. I think the boss does manage to knock me out of the fire shield. But yeah, we go down here, go up and down all around. And then keep going up and down all around. Of course, I don't build enough speed there, so I got to spin dash to get up to those springs. And what I think would have been nice is have like a little minecart right here. I mean, I feel like that should have been like a minecart section. So jump over the giant spinning spike ball. Don't get hit by a Loch Ness monster, like at me right there. Luckily, there's one more fire shield right before the boss. So just be careful here. Don't get caught in the smoke. Go down here, navigate really carefully, and then go down here. So spin dash to the left, not right, Phil, not to the right, to the left. There you go. So we're gonna go right, hit that little pipe bot, jump over the centipede or kill it. Right here, take your time. Right when the first level of the floor gives out, then you'll have the chance to get a fire shield. You're gonna want to keep that. And then there's the mini boss right here. You can't hurt it right away. You have to let it hurt itself with the lava. As you see there, it will break the rock and it will shoot lava down. And you need to do that 3 times. You do it 3 times, then you can start hurting it. And then lava will also hurt it as well once it loses its armor. But as it's, you know, drilling into the ground, stalagmites or stalactites. I think it's stalactites because it's holding tight to the ceiling. I think that's why it's called that. But yeah, after 3 hits, you can start hitting it for real, start dealing damage. And then after you hit it enough times, the lava will also do damage and destroy it as well. And then we will get to what I consider the absolute best track in this game, Lava Reef Zone Act 2. It's something special, folks. I can't undersell that. This is my favorite track in the entire game. But yeah, the lava cools down just like Lava Reef Zone Act 2 Sonic 3 Knuckles, but we go down further into the mine. And then another thing why this is also probably one of my favorite zones, it's pretty up there. It's zone-wise, it's up there, but music-wise, it takes the cake. But there's a lot of purple, there's a lot of blue. I like a lot of these softer blues. I'm sure people could probably critique the color and the shades of blue a lot better than me. That's not my thing, but yeah, oh my goodness, the music here. The music's just absolutely superb. The new guitar riffs they put in this track just add a whole nother level to this track. I really, really do like it. But yeah, so those little glass walls, you can fire dash through it, or you can spin dash through it. If you're Knuckles, I believe you can just walk through it. But fire shell's gonna be very handy here because you got these flamethrowers that shoot lava up, and then the lava of course comes down. Or is it fire? I don't know. But another thing I really like about it, you can see the factory in the background, and you didn't really get that in the original Lava Reef Zone. And it also reminds me of Quartz Quadrant, another one of my favorite zones in Sonic 3D. So it's really nice that they kind of mesh together two of my favorite zones. And if you're really quick there, unlike me, you can get that extra life television, but I didn't because, you know, I'm slow, I'm goofy. Excuse me. But you go down here, get this invincibility. If you don't dilly-dally like I am, you can make very great use of it to get a giant ring. Keep going, running against the lava. Don't go up here like I do, because you'll lose valuable time in this invincibility. So go right here, navigate through all these exploding rocks. If you just went straight through it, you'd have more than enough time, but I didn't, so I got hit. So get on here, you get rewarded as a giant ring. Go here, you'll launch back up, hit the switch, and then you go through here. I love this track so much, I can't undersell it. But yeah, continue on. Go to the right here, avoid the fire, and then you can go to the right here, I believe, for some rings. And then I think there's a spring iron though. But yeah, if you're careful there, you can get the lightning shield, but I wasn't. Go up here, be careful the spike balls, they go off on a timer. When the timer goes off, they shoot up. Jump on the boulder right here, let it carry you. When you get to the far right, you can jump on the spring, and you can wait right here. Don't go after the blue ring right here. To me, it's a trap, but you know, I do it anyways because, you know, I'm just silly like that, you know, just silly. But this little section, just be careful, don't get crushed or else you'll die. And then right here, I just thread the needle just perfectly right there so I don't get hit by the fire. Go down here, and then now you can see some openings in the cave in the background, which I like that. I like that little touch right there. Little feet here, you can destroy those Loch Ness Monster shells, robot and all, so you don't have to worry about it. But of course, be a little bit timely here because they will sink into the lava. And then of course, get up here to the top, go to the right, and you're gonna keep going up. And I believe when I was recording this, I don't know if it's right here. I think it's later down, but I ended up recording my voice when I was playing the game in this last part. But it's pretty funny. I think when we get to it, I'll be quiet for a little bit. But I wonder what that little planet in the background is right there. Looks familiar. But yeah, just keep following it right. Of course, don't get hit by that like I did. If you're Knuckles, you can go to the right there and you can get Knuckles' boss, which is the Heavy King. We're going to be fighting the Heavy Magician in this playthrough. So go down here, go to the right, and then you're going to hit that switch and avoid the little rock, dude. Okay, I do. I believe it's right here. No, nothing. Yeah, it's right here. Yep. See, got real scared of that. Yeah, I tend to freak out a little bit when I'm about to get hit when I'm playing by myself. I'm not recording, so yeah. Anyways, so keep going right here. and you notice that we're going to get even closer to that planet. We're on the far side of it, and I got to get those rings down there. So got to get the rings, and I had to keep hitting the screen going to the left, but go up here, go to the right, and we'll get to our boss, the Heavy Magician. With the fire shield, you have not only just some protection from a free hit, or a free hit, you don't lose rings, but those flamethrowers up top, you can be immune to them. And the Heavy Magician's pattern is really simple. He'll go to the left and right and try to hit you with his little Morning Star. But with the Flame Shield, if you time it just perfectly as the Morning Star is moving away from him, you can fire dash into him and then get a hit in. And of course, as you see there, fire shield negates it. Pretty easy. And honestly, I think right here, I do lose the fire shield, but if I was smart, after I lost the fire shield, just to showcase the supersonic ability right here, I should have just used it. But when you hear that charging up, he's going to run across the ground without using the Morning Star, and he'll leave a path of fire. Come on, ADD, work with me. And it makes it a little tricky to jump over those little fires, but yeah, with the fire shield you kind of negate that little danger. But get the little capsule, and then we're going to the little planet yet again. So after we got launched off from Starter Speedway, we're going to go back to it, and I gotta hand it to Sonic Mania. They turned one of my least favorite zones in Sonic Mania into a more playable level, because I didn't like Metallic Madness when played it in the original Sega CD. I mean, it is a Sega CD. That's where this game originally came from. It's played on the PC version, but the original PC version. But this was one of my least favorite zones. I didn't like it. I just felt like, I don't know. It felt more like Metropolis Zone meets Scrap Brain Zone, because the bots and then the level design and all that. But in this one, I like the little unique elements we get to it, which is the foreground background mechanic, and then zone 2, you get the shrink ray, which I do like a lot. Add some character to it, some unique character. But this is the foreground background little gimmick here. So if you jump on the scale, you'll launch to the background if you're in the foreground. If you're in the background, you jump on the scale, then you'll go into the foreground. So it's really nice. You had the nice layer to this zone it didn't have. If you skip over this one and you go to the right, you'll get one of our giant rings right here, which I think this is the last one we get in this playthrough. So yep, this is one of the last zones to get giant rings, folks. So you want to make sure you have them, because again, if you don't have all the Chaos Emeralds, you can't get the best ending in the game, or for that matter, the last zone in the game, final boss of the game. But yeah, so if you jump back here, the enemies come in a few flavors, but they're all from Sonic CD. You have I guess the flies right there with the Morning Stars. Pretty easy to ignore, or if you want to go and take them out, you can. But I generally ignore them. And then we have the Beetle Buzzsaw bots, which are on the ground, like right there. You can avoid them, which majority of them I do. And then you have these little, I don't know what those are. I think those are. Oh, I can't think of it, but there's a beetle that makes balls of its dung or poop or whatever you want to call it, and I think that's what that bug is supposed to be. I could be wrong. And then we have, I don't think the fireflies are on this one anymore. I'm trying to think if there are. And then of course you get these bombs right here, which will shoot other bombs out of it, and then you can't destroy it, and I get hit by that one. And you gotta avoid the explosions. You avoid the explosions, then you can clear a path. But yeah, enemies are pretty much the same as Sonic CD. I can't think of one enemy that's different in any way, shape, or form. The boss on this first act is actually the final boss of Sonic 1, and it has a whole new phase to it. I get it right there. So don't bother jumping off that scale, just go ahead and get back on it. Spin dash to the right here. Go up and down all around. Jump on the scale, and we should be going to the boss right now. So nothing, you could go to the left, but I'm not going to. Go to the right and start the boss. And this boss has two phases. The first phase is just like Sonic 1 final boss. I like to stay in the middle because it gives me an equal opportunity to go left or right. And then between each of the crushing phases, which is this right here, he'll shoot out some electricity orbs or energy balls right here. You can keep an eye on the gap. If it's a big gap, you can stay in the middle of it and then jump over it. Like right here, that's what I should have done, but I didn't. I goofed up right here. I tried to run, and I lost all my rings. Again, you stay in the middle. You have a good 50-50 shot of hitting wherever Eggman comes up. Or you can do what I did there and spin dash from left to the right. After 4 hits, he'll go to phase 2. You don't have to worry about no more about the electricity balls, but he'll try to crush you with all the pillars. On the 4th one, he'll appear. So if you just keep count, you'll know exactly where he's going to be, because you should have like a little bit of a warning. But yeah, after 4, you hit him, and then you just got to hit him 4 more times, and then the boss will be defeated. I believe that was number 3. But yeah, so just keep track. Easy boss. Much more easier than Sonic 1's final boss. You didn't have rings in that boss fight. But yeah, now we're down to Act 2, and Act 2's new theme is pretty darn good. It's not one of my favorites, but it's pretty darn good. I like it. But yeah, we're at the end, folks. Not the final end, but you know, we're towards the end, man. We're at the end. So again, take your time here. Unlike what I just did there, you know, monkey see, monkey do, but don't do as I say, not as I do. But I digress. So there's our little gimmick for this level, the shrink ray. And even though you're really tiny, you still won't die from, you know, just being tiny. You'll still have the protection from your rings. You get hit while you have rings, you won't die. If you have a shield, you won't. I don't know if you get a shield when you're tiny, but I would assume if you have a shield, well, I wouldn't assume, you will not die if you have a shield to get hit. But considering how small you are, you would think if you got hit by a buzzsaw at the size that the buzzsaws are here, you would just, you know, bite the bullet. Not bite the bullet, but get hit by the bullet and die. But yeah, take your time here. It's basically like an obstacle course. Right here, I'm just tapping the movement. I'm not holding the movement because I don't want to run into the buzzsaw. And then you get hit by the shrink ray again, you'll get big. Only certain rays will make you small and other ones will make you big. So if you jump into a small ray, you won't actually turn big again. And right here is a blue ring box, and you know what that means. It means we're going to get hit here in about, well, I don't know, like 30 seconds. Give it some time, it'll happen. But yeah, go right here, and we're going to go down here, go through this little tube, get shot out, and right here. Like I said, it didn't even take 30 seconds, it was more like 20, but yeah. As long as you keep moving through here, you're going in the right direction. It's not a real puzzle, even though it's what it's looking like. And then right here, in this little, I guess, pit, spike ceiling will drop, but there will always be a gap to jump through. Which makes me think, you know, Eggman doesn't really want to kill Sonic because, you know, why create a gap for him to escape? But that one right there, if you, by the time it gets to that spring, before the last one comes down, you can jump to it, so you can save yourself a few seconds there. And then right here, just take your time. If the top one is open, the bottom one is closed, and if the bottom one is closed, and the top one's open, vice versa. So if you just time it, you'll get through there without getting hit. Here, and then we're another one. This one, I believe you have to wait for all of it to drop. There's not going to be enough height by the second to last one to get to that left platform. Yeah, ADD's really a thing today. It's been a long day, folks. But yeah, so get up to the left one, work your way to the right. You hit the shrink ray, and then also you'll be fighting the boss of this level with the shrink ray. Don't hit the monitor right there. It has Eggman. You know, Eggman monitor is bad. But yeah, so right here, up and down all around, we're in the boss. So you can't directly hurt Eggman yet. You have to open the gumball machine, and in the middle, just jump into the little lever right there. But don't do what I'm doing. I'm just jumping in there and I'm releasing all these dangers. It's better to do it one at a time or two at a time if you want to make it a little bit fast. And the Amy bot will try to hold you and blow up. And then of course you got the Marble Zone Eggmobile, and then you have the golf cart from Sonic 2, the first level. I forgot what. I honestly forgot what the first zone of Sonic 2 is, but anyways, I digress. So for the final hit, he'll shoot out sparks on the left and right. Those will hurt you, but if you just time it real carefully, you can jump into the middle of the gumball machine, and then all you gotta do is do it one more time, and then the Balto would defeat it, as you saw there. And yeah, and then we get to the final second to final stage transition, and that is the Titanic Monarch Zone, giant Death Egg robot that we have to navigate towards and enter and defeat Eggman one last time, maybe. Probably not. There's several Sonic games after this one, but yeah, folks, that's it. And we'll catch you on the next one, final part of the Sonic Mania playthrough. Catch you later, guys. Bye.